You know, the word drop can mean a lot of things. I mean, you can drop things like that. In some cases, you can drop a beat. But as you can tell by this spoiler here, Drop is also a company. And it's a company that has created an interesting keyboard known as the ALL. We'll be taking a look at it right here on the Geek Church. Oh, and after this. Okay, I'm really going to just get to the unboxing right away because honestly, look at it. Yeah, I'm not the type of person that criticizes packaging and I don't want to become that person. But hey, I mean, this is pretty much bare minimum as far as packaging is concerned. I'm going to call it a good thing because honestly, if there's one thing I don't like, it's companies that spend a lot in the package making it look pretty good and then you open it up and it doesn't even look like the product inside. So what does it look like inside? Let's find out. All right, let's just get this sucker open. And let's see if I can get a good view of it on camera here. Yeah, all right. Okay, the first thing I want you to notice is it comes with this little form here. It's good that the instructions are right at the top. I like that. Nothing for me to do but just take it out, and I'm gonna, thanks to this nice handy dandy little strap. I'll let you take a look at it right here, and as you can see, it looks pretty decent, doesn't it? Okay, so just so I can rule this out, I want to see what else is in the box. Besides this thing, well, there's actually quite a few things in this box here. Okay, I'm just going to try and bring this as close to the camera as I can, but it looks like we have, geez, this isn't working out, the charging cord here. We have these big tweezer things. Then this thing, I don't know what that is. What are these things? Okay, I'm gonna have to, this calls for a closer investigation. Okay, I believe I called these things tweezers. I might not be accurate on this. This thing has an end that you can unscrew, and there's sort of a Phillips head screwdriver here. I'm not certain what this is for, but honestly, I'm gonna check to see something here. There are Phillips head screws on it, so it must be something to do with, okay, I want to make this very clear that I'm not really a big gamer as far as on the PC, and so I don't really know what some of the stuff is. I don't really know why there'd be a Phillips screwdriver here and why in the world it looks like you can unbolt some of this stuff. I've noticed that a lot of these gaming keyboards usually come with something like this. I think I called this tweezers before. In fact, I'm sure I did. But yeah, I think a lot of these things are meant to, I can't seem to get my fingernails around this thing, but yeah, see that? It's meant to grab around a switch so you can pull it out. And by the way, this is a mechanical keyboard, so if that means something to you, and for gamers, I know that does. Okay, I know I had trouble with this thing. I think these are the tweezers, something that can grab a key and yank it out. So that comes with it. Okay, so I saw these two things, and at first I wondered what they were. But then I realized it's pretty simple. Most keyboards, you put them down, but if you probably want it ideally at some sort of angle there, maybe for ergonomics or something like that. And if you do, you might as well just, I like these things because they connect in here magnetically, like this. I don't know if I got a good shot of that, or you can hear that, but now the keyboard is up like this. And there is two functions you can do this. Maybe like another way. If this is just the angle here, so let's see. Okay, that leans it the other way unless you are trying to, because these things are at a slope, so you can go like two ways with this. I'm gonna try another way here. So, I kind of like that way. Maybe I'll go with it. Maybe I won't. I don't know. I'll play around. Okay, I'm sure you're all waiting for me to plug this in. I'm not going to use the included charging cord. I'm just going to use this longer one because I found that when I was practicing this, I wanted to make sure I had a good time and had some room to move here. Now, just to let you know, this actually has two places where you can plug this in. I'm serious. I have this port, USB-C port here, and this USB-C port here. Now, something I want to let you know is when this thing is connected to it, essentially you now have an extra USB-C port, which can come in handy for a lot of things. One thing that I discovered though is when I connected this here to my laptop and I was able to connect my phone to this USB-C port, I couldn't get my computer to find the data on it. Whereas I have a USB-C port here that when I connect my phone to it, immediately it shows up with the data. You probably know exactly what I'm talking about. So, but this is good for charging, and you are obviously going to need something charged. So hey, 2 USB-Cs, maybe not as active as you'd like them to be, but they're there, and honestly, that's unique. Okay, without further ado, I just want to plug this in so you guys can see the light show. And by light show, I mean this. Ooh, yeah. Okay, comes in there, looks beautiful, doesn't it? It looks absolutely wonderful, and I love gaming keyboards because of that. Okay, I'm just going to try and get a little closer just so I can show the wonderful color patterns on this. By hitting that, you can see what it can do, and it's very beautiful. So, looks like we're back to the original. All right, there's various other color patterns you can try on this. I'm not going to go into them. However, the instructions, which are handy and on top, will instruct you on that. So, I should probably talk about the construction of this thing. Feels like it's solid steel, and I believe that is what it is. But whatever it is, it's heavy, yet it's also kind of light. Okay, something you should know, this is, I believe, a 65% normal size. The other day I reviewed the Rocket Magma Mini, which is about 60%. This is designed for those that want that kind of a specific size. I'm not sure why size does matter and why smaller gaming keyboards are better, or if that is a factor. And if it's a factor for you, hey, that's what you got. Okay, remember when I said I wasn't really a gamer? So this next feature I'm going to talk about, I don't really have any practical experience with it. But I'm told that every key is programmable with a QMK. I'm not really sure what that is, but I'm sure you might like that. And if you do, hey, good deal. Okay, as I mentioned before, this is the Drop Alt. So you might be wondering, why is it called that? Well, I believe there's actually a keyboard called the Drop Control, which has about 87 keys. I think this is about 65. And we wouldn't mind reviewing the control. And yes, that is a hint to the Drop Company in case you want to send it to us. We'll do another cool video. Why not? So I checked with the website, and this company produces a lot of great products like these gaming keyboards, which by the way has 67 keys. I misspoke earlier. And they also make some audio products. And okay, it's something we might have to review. Okay, I think the only thing I have remaining to say is the price. Now I found it on Amazon for about $200, but I found it on the Drop site for about $139, and that's a markdown from $180. So I don't know how long it's going to stay that way. So if you want to get in on something like this, and I highly recommend you do because this is a very lovely looking keyboard. Yeah, so just go to Drop or to Amazon or your other favorite e-commerce site and lay down the Mini for it. All right, this has been Mark Rollins from the Geek Church, and I am signing